Shakespeare.
Why are you up here by yourself when all your friends are downstairs for your birthday party?
I have to do this project on 12th night, and I don't understand the language. I just can't imagine.
Okay, well, maybe it would be easier if instead of these characters, you tried to imagine being best friends.
You mean like maybe Viola?
No, it's Viola, and second of all, when Shakespeare used to do it, he used a voice, so...
I'm supposed to imagine all my guy friends as chicks.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you could try a mask.
Yeah, sure. I'll try it. Imagine all my friends. Okay. Maybe this will work. When I was a little tiny boy with hey-ho, the wind and rain, foolish thing was but a toy that ran every day. Okay. This is pretty cool. Okay.
If music be the food of love, play on. But give me excess of it that, sufficing the appetite may sicken and so die. Oh, mine eyes, when I did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame to pay this debt of love, but to a brother how will she love when the rich golden shaft has killed the flock of all affections else that lit in her? When heart, liver, and brain, those sovereign thrones are all filled, and supply her sweet perfections with one self-king.
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
Aye, and to comfort that chance, I did see him hold acquaintance with the ways. So long as I could see.
Oh, for saying so, there's gold. Ooh, who governs here?
A noble Jew. A Jew. As noble in nature as
What's
in name. Orsino.
Orsino? I heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
Well, was so very late. And as you know, what the great ones do, the little will prattle of. He did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
Oh, a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, who died some 12 months after. Then leaving her in the possession of his son, her brother, who shortly after also died. For whose love, they say, she had abjured the sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady and might not be delivered to the world till I make my own occasion mellow what my estate is.
She would admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There's a fair behavior in the captain. I will believe thou hast a heart to match with this, thy inward character. I prithee, and pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am. For such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I will serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be, when my tongue blabs that my eyes not see.
Oh, I thank thee. Lead me on.
My betrothed, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. My lady, your cousin, takes great exception to your ill hours.
Well, let her accept before accepting.
I
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the order of limits.
Confine? I'll confine myself no better than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too.
That quaffling and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And of the foolish knight you brought in to be her wooer.
Mean you, Sir Andrew? He's as tall as any man in Illyria.
Aye, he, and what's the purpose to that? He's drunken nightly in your company.
With drinking helps to my niece.
Signor Bells. Hi, now, Signor Bells.
Sweet Sir Andrew!
Oh, bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
A cost, Sir Andrew, a cost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Oh, good mistress, a cause. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress Mary, a cause.
You mistake, knight. A cost is to front her, board her, assail her, woo her.
By my troth, I do not wish to undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of a cause?
Yeah, fair enough, gentlemen.
Fair lady. Do you,
Sir, I have nothing by the hand.
Mary, but you shall at here's my hand.
Sir, thought is free, I pray you. Bring your hands to buttery bar and let it
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
a dry one.
Are you full of them?
A dry jest, sir.
Well, I think so. I'm not such an ass, and I can keep my hands dry, but what is your jest?
It is a dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
I am my fingers' end, but Mary, I will let go your hand and, oh, look, I'm barren.
Ah, thou knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I ever see thee so put down?
Never in your life. I'll be home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, knight?
What is pourquoi? Do her back. I would like my soul that time in the tongue and that fencing and dancing and, very amazing. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then, thou hast an excellent head of hair.
You have a rip in my hair.
Past question, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
I think it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Yeah, excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff. And I do hope some housewife will take thee between her legs and spin it off.
I'll be home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1. She'll none with me. Even the Count Gerhard might lose her.
I shall none of the count. Shall not match a call for a stay on her day. Oh, tut, there's life in the man. Come, let's see the face. Yeah. Higher, higher. No.
Who saw Cesario?
I'm your attendant, my lord, here.
Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee even the book of my secret soul. Therefore, bid you, address thy gate unto her. Stand at her doors, be not denied access. Tell them there, thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
So sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as to spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leave all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord, what then?
Then unfold the passion of my love. Will surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair, for I am better when in peace company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strike lure, I woo myself and be his wife.
Madam, there's desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. He is a fair young gentleman and well attended.
Go you, Malvolio. If it be as true from the Count I am sick or not at home, what you will to dismiss it. My, half drunk. What's he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman?
A gentleman, what gentleman?
There's a gentleman here. Flavor pickled herring.
Cousin. How have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate. Let him be the devil, and I care not. If be faith, say I. Tell them.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He seems to understand that so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What has been said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
I've been told so. And he said he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench. But he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why in mankind?
No, what manner?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Let him approach. Call him a gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it over my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Perhaps I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is more than to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed me to approach rather to wonder than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
What I am, and what I would, are as secret as maidenhead to your ears, divinity to any other's profanation.
Give us the place alone. We shall hear this divinity. Now, sir, your text.
Most sweet lady!
Oh, I read it. It is hearsay. Have you no more to say to me?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission with your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. We will draw the curtain and show you the picture.
Excellently done, if God did all. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense till you were crowned and unparalleled of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adoration's fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame with such suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense, I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Write loyal cantons of condemned love and sing them aloud even in the dead of night. Cry out Viola, Olivia.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come again to tell me how he takes it. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit to give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfection with an invisible and subtle stealth creeping in my eyes. Well, let it be. What now, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left his ring behind him. Would I or none? Tell him I'll none of it. If that youth come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hide you, Malvolio.
shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps discover yours.
Let me get no whither you are bound.
His imminent voyage is mere extravagancy. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian.
My father was
That Sebastian. My destiny, whom I know you've heard of. He left behind me myself and a sister, both born in an hour. Well, she is drowned already, sir, with salt water, and I seem to drown her memories again before.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good, Antonio. Forgive me your troubles. I'm bound to Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
May the graces of all the gods go with thee! Oh, I have many enemies in Orsino's court, or I will soon see you there! But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go!
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
even now, sir.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into desperate assurance that she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report his taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and it is her will it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Oh, fortune forbid my outside had not charmed her. She made a good view of me, indeed so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me? Sure. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Oh, how will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me. Time, thou must untangle this, and not I. It is hard not for me to untie.
Oh, here comes the fool of me.
How now, my hearts, did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
Oh, a love song. A love song.
I care not.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Pheasant mirth had present.
Hey!
What's to come?
That's right.
In the lane there lies no pleasure, so consistent, sweet, and
Hey!
so they not endure.
I'm mellifluous whence I intrude.
A contagious rap.
Very sweet and contagious indeed.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth had present.
What a caravan do you keep here? My lady had not come up her steward Malvolio, to turn you out the door and never trust me.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth had present.
Are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit? Manners nor honesty, but to gabble like tigers at this time of night. Is there no respect for place, persons, nor time for you?
We did keep our time, sir, and our catches. Snap it up.
So Toby, I must be wrong with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. She's very willing to bid you farewell.
Art thou any more than a steward?
Mrs. Mary, if you prize my lady's favor anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule.
What?
She shall know of it by this hand.
I'll make thee a challenge to him. Thick. I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Speak to Toby! Be patient for tonight. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. not dull him into a nail and make him a common recreation. Do not think I have the wits about me to lie straight in my bed, for I know I can do it.
What will thou do?
I will drop in his waist some obscure epistle of love, and he shall be feeling most personated. I can write very much like my lady. And some forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Oh, excellent. I smell a device.
I smell it in my nose, too.
You will think by the letters that thou wilt drop that my niece is in love with him.
My purpose is a horse of that color. Sport where I'll warrant you. My physic will work on him. I will place you two in, but the fool will be the third, in a place where he shall find the letter. No, farewell. Farewell. Go.
Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love in the sweet things, remember me. For as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, save the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It speaks to the very seat where love is thrown.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hast stayed upon some favor that it loves and it not for.
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She's not worth thee then. What years is it?
About your years, my lord.
Too old by heaven.
Thinking well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affections cannot hold the bents. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, once being displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, alas, but they are so to die, even when they to perfection grow.
Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not possessions of dirty land. The parts that fortune has bestowed upon her, tell her, I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis this miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks in her that attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so handsome.
sooth, but you must. Say that some woman, as perhaps there is, has for your love a greater pang of heart as you have for Olivia's. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sighs can buy the beating of so strong a passion that love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. But mine is all as hungry as the sea and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
Oh, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what women to men may owe. For in truth they are as pure of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man. As it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
Well, what's her story?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, smiling in grief. Was not this love indeed? No, men. Thank you. May say more, swear more, but in truth, our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place if I know the name.
Get you all through the box street, Bella was coming down this walk, observing for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make our contemplative idiots of him. Quickly, in the name of Justin!
to be Count Malvolio.
Rogue.
I've been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Oh, fire the red star. Oh, peace, peace.
What employment have we here? Oh, peace. In the spirit of humorous intimate reading aloud to him. As I light this is my lady's hand, these be her very seas. It is in contempt of question her hand. If this fall into thy hand, resolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
Oh, I could bury the lady for this device.
So can I too.
Here comes my noble go-catcher.
Oh, the lady will thou put a foot upon my neck.
Or mine either.
Hey, but stay true, does it work upon him?
Oh, the cock will be taken to a big one.
Oh, if you will then see the fruit of sport, Marcus first approach before my lady, for he will be wearing yellow stockings, which is a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which would be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, and he will be nothing but a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed. Sir, the Lady Olivia has no folly. She'll keep no fool, sir, till she be married.
I saw thee lately. The Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does not walk about the orb like the sun. Shines everywhere.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit.
God save the gentleman.
And you, sir. Heaven.
I hope, sir, you are, and so am I.
Will you enter the house? My niece is desirous that you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage. Oh, most radiant, exquisite queen, the heavens rain odors on you. My manner hath no voice, madam, save your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Oh, this is pregnant, vouchsafe, that is more.
Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. What is your name? Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth. And he is yours, and his needs must be yours. Your servant is your servant, madam. For his thoughts, I think not on him. For his thoughts, well, they were blanks rather than filled with me. I beg you never again speak of him. But, would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you solicit that than music from the spheres. Dear lady, give me leave, I beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I use myself, my servant, and I fear me you, to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. What might you think?
Pity you.
That's a degree to love. No, not promise. For 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies. Why then? Methinks 'tis time to smile again. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. There lies your way, due west.
Oh, then westward, ho. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay! I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are?
I think so, I think the same of you.
Then you are right. I am not what I am.
Would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better than it is? Madam, I wish it might. For now, I am your fool.
Cesario, by the roses of spring, by maiden honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so, that maugre all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause. But rather, reason thus with reason fettered. Love given is good, but love unsought better.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth. And that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress of it be, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now pours to like his love.
Think. Stay not a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
Okay. Asa adornes do more favors and counts serving than ever she bestowed upon me. It's not in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
Plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of loving her towards you. She did show faith in your sight only to exasperate you, with fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver.
Ah, then build thy fortunes on report of valor. Challenge me the counts used to fight with it. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it. There is no love broker in the world can more prevail man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There's no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Ah, go. Write it in a martial hand. It matters not how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of thou ink. If thou thouest him thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lives as will lie in thy sheet of paper, set him down. Though it be big enough for the bed of ware in England, even though thou writes with a goose pen, set it down. About it!
We shall have a rare letter from him, which will not deliver.
Oh, never trust me then. And by all means, do spur on the youth to accept the challenge. I fear oxen and wainwrights cannot harrow them together. For Sir Andrew, if he were open and you find as much blood in his liver as could clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
If you desire the spleen and will lock yourself into stitches, follow me. For young Malvolio is a heathen, a very renegade. But there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can never believe in such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered!
Most villainously, he does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to the troll.
Come, bring us to where he is!
I may not my mind will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasures of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than fired steel, did stir me forth. And not all for love to see you, though, more than would have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy. What might befall your travel here? Being unguided, unfriended in a place like this often proved rough and unhospitable. My willing love, for which reasons of these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, and thanks and ever thanks. Then ultimate terms are shuffled off with such unearned pay, but were my worth as in my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. First, your lodging.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long tonight.
Do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight against the Count his galleys, did some service indeed. Were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people.
The princes were not such a bloody nature. May have been repaid if the city took back what we took from them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only I stood out. That were I taken here, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too
It doth not fit me, sir!
Hold, sir. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. Why are you purse?
Haply your eyes shall light upon some toy that you have some desire to purchase, and your store, methinks, is not for common market, sir.
I shall be your purse bearer.
Buying by the parks.
Go! Wait for him at the orchard end like a bum bailey. And as soon as thou seest him, draw thy sword. And as thou drawest, swear terrible. For it oft comes to pass that a horrible oath, sharply twanged off, breeds more approbation to manhood than proof ever could. Go about it! Now I shall not deliver this letter, for the youth's behavior gives him away to be of some good capacity in breeding. His employment with his lordship to my niece confirms no less. Now, if I deliver the letter, being so excellently ignorant, it will breed no terror in the youth. Instead, you'll find it comes from a clodpole. Now, I will deliver this indignation by word of mouth.
Here comes with your niece. Give them way till we take leave and present the after.
I will mediate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone and laid my honor to a chariot.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor save me upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor may I give him that which I have given unto you?
I will quit you.
Come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, Godspeed.
And you, sir?
Thanks thou hast, betake thee to him. I know not the nature of the wrongs thou hast done him, but thy assailant, bloody as the hunter, waits for thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy talk. Be there in that preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense unto any man.
You will find it. I assure you. There's no reason. He has sworn an oath. Therefore draw upon the importance of his vow. He swears he will not hurt you.
Oh, pray God defend me. Such a little thing will make me show them what I lack of a man.
No reason, but he swears he will not hurt you.
I gotta keep his oath.
This youth has done fault on you, I take the blame on me. And you do wrong to him. I will find them. Oh, you do mistake me, sir. I best have treated you some of that money.
Money.
Come, sir, I pray you go.
You will deny me now? Where? Let me talk about it. I snatched out of the jaws of death this youth here. This, him, me, yeah.
What's that as the time goes by?
Wait, Sebastian! You have done me to great shame!
He names Sebastian. My brother, yet I know living in my glass for him I imitate.
A very paltry youth, and more a coward than a hare.
Coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it. Slide on after him again and feast him.
That too, cup and soundly, but never draw thy sword. I feel this will be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
No. What do I do with that?
Oh, hell thou in faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent you by my lady to come to bid speak with her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario. nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
Thou art a foolish fellow, I prithee. Vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. He has heard the word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
There. There's for thee. Now, if you tarry longer, I shall give you worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand.
Yeah! Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for thee. Why, there's for thee. There and there are all the people there.
Sir, hold! This I will tell my lady straight. Not being some of your folks for 2 days.
I said hold!
Nay, let him alone. I'll do another way for him. I'll come back to back. Let go my head.
No, I will not let go! I said hold! Throw my iron! Throw that iron out of my flesh!
What wouldst thou now? If thou darest take me further, draw thy sword.
Oh! Then I shall have it out of this mouth for blood from you!
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee hold.
Madam!
Will it be ever thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached, out of my sight? I'm not offended, dear Cesario. Rude speak, be gone! I pity, gentle friend. Go with me to my place. Do not deny.
What knowledge in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream? If it be thus a dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come. Wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Stay so and so be.
Hey, I pray you, calm us down. Make him believe that thou art Sir Thomas the Curate. Now do it quickly.
Well, I'll put it on and I'll dissemble myself in it. And I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. What more I say? Peace in this prison!
Who calls there?
Sir Topas the curate, who comes to visit my holy old lunatic.
Oh, Sir Topas, good Sir Topas, go to my lady.
How hyperbolic being, how vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Sir Topas, never was man thus wronged. Do not think I am mad, good Sir Topas. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
My, thou dishonest Satan, sayest thou that house is dark?
I am not mad, Sir Topas. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest, I say. There is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than Egyptians in that vault.
This house is as dark as ignorance. Though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say no man was more notoriously abused. I am as more in my wits as you are.
Fairly well, remain thou still in darkness.
Sir Topas! Sir Topas!
Hey, Robin, John Robin, tell me how my lady does. My lady is a kind bird.
Fool.
Tell me, why is she so?
Good fool, I pray thee, help me to a candle, some ink, pen, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your fine face?
Good fool, never was man so notoriously abused. I say, good fool, I am as well in my wits as you art.
But as well, you are mad indeed if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here property me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, taxes, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Alas, sir, be patient.
Good fool, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well, a day that you was.
Good fool I am. Help me to some light and some paper, and help me to convey what I set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearer letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I tell thee true, I am not.
Nay, I ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light and paper ink.
I will requite it in the highest degree. Prithee, be gone.
Now heaven walks on earth.
What would my lord but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you cannot keep promise with me.
Madam, gracious Olivia.
Good, my lord.
Yeah. No, he should speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and wholesome to mine ears as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul the faithfulest offerings ere devotion tender. What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not, had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly, but hear me this. Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble rested time and still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and who by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come what with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I most jocund, apt, and willingly to do you rest 1,000 deaths or die. Where goes Cesario? For him I love more than these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love life. If I do fail, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I be detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you?
Who? Hast thou forgot thyself? Has it been so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away!
Whither, my lord? Sorry, husband, say.
Husband?
Aye, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sir!
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up.
O thou disassembling cub! What will thy be when time has sewed a grizzle on thy face? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet, for thou and I henceforth may never meet.
Oh, my lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much to fear.
For the love of God, a certain Salem president is Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He has broken my hand cross and given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb.
Who is that, Mr. Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a fool, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario, why do you speak to me? I never hurt you.
The bloody coxcomb he had hurt. You have hurt me. I think you said nothing by bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby Halton. You shall have more. But if you had not been a drink, you would have took you other days simply did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
There's the one who's hurt me, and that's the end of it.
Get him to bed and let us hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, man. I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with great safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Sorry. How we made each other, but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, two persons.
Most wonderful.
Do I stand? As a brother? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messeling, Sebastian was my father. Such Sebastian was my brother too, so went he to his watery tomb. My father had a mole upon his brow.
So had mine.
And died the day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
The day that livening my soul. He finished indeed his mortal life, the day that made my sister 13 years.
So if nothing less to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of the place, time, fortune do cohere and jump. That I am Viola, which to prove I'll take you to a captive in this town where lie my maiden weeds, right with gentle help. I was preserved to serve this noble count.
So it comes, my lady, you have been mistook. But nature and her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you there my eyes, I can see. You are betrothed. both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this